Collingwood with the numbers. England takes them on. Johnson to Buckley. And Collingwood load again. Fraser. Lucuria. Caracella. Held up by Milburn.
Well, they haven't got much on offer either, Malcolm, have they? Collingwood inside attacking 50 at the moment.
No, that's exactly right. Both teams are pushing hard up and down the ground. Wouldn't actually say they're minding space, they're just running away.
Fraser kicks in the direction of Davis. It's a well-weighted kick. Will takes the mark, plays on, and Collingwood gets the first of the night. Well, he's been in good form the last couple of weeks, Leon Davis. And he almost pinched the game for the Pies last week, and that was a beautiful one-on-one contest, well set up by Collingwood, and Davis didn't let his teammates down.
It's interesting, that's the last two forward attacks have actually gone to Davis. Rocket just playing that kick behind the game. Scarlett caught somewhere in between, but they haven't been frightened to go to Davis one-on-one. It's been interesting.
And he knows it. This man could do it from there, although he prefers the range shot. Didak could be deadly if he could get clear. There's still a chance. Burns nails it. The Magpies have two. Working his way forward. Cloak inside. Collingwood building dangerously again. Loney in the clear. Fraser. This looks dangerous for the Magpies. And Ben Johnson, has he got the kick?
Can run into. Great skill.
This is Johnson's 7th disposal. He's had 3 clangers, but that will atone for them.
I'll tell you what, Fraser's doing some damage. He's just too mobile for King and Ottens at the moment. Ottens reached over the top, tapped it nicely to Chapman. Milburn, a high ball to the 50. Wakeland was the fister. Ling knocked it into the pocket. Now Johnson's clever. Can he weave some magic here? Right foot kick is not bad, and playing in front is Ken Kingsley. And the Cats need a steadier. And there it is.
Ken Kingsley's first goal since he kicked 8 against the Kangaroos in round 2. Here go the Magpies again. Caracella, who's had a bit of it early. He's after Didak. Hunt just had enough height. Didak still got him worried. And Rocker, if it'll sit, it does. He goes. The Magpies are rocking. The Cats have been good starters this year, but the Maggies have jumped them. They've got a lot of targets, and they've got Geelong's defence disorganised.
Gee, he did well, Didak, didn't he?
Well, he did very well because Hunt really didn't come back and commit. He just, all he had to do was get a fist on it, I thought, Hunt. Come back under pressure, throw your fist up, rather than try and grab it one-handed.
Malcolm Blight was coaching them back then.
Yeah, I still wouldn't like to chase him. He still goes all right.
Kelly, little drop kick. Play fair. No go. Chapman. Good hands to Kelly. And he picks the Cat second. Just starting to open up a little bit now.
It's a really quick game of football. I need to see if they're playing someone other than each other tonight. There might have been a bit of a blowout in this quarter, but Geelong needed that goal. Great snap. In fact, the irony of that was Chapman actually ran to the back of a contest and picked it up before the next one came upon him. This is Tia Moore. Waste of breath.
Buckley.
That's how you get Brownlow votes, Tim. Someone told me that.
With possession number 7, it's a good goal.
I'm just wondering when you can do it when there's no one else around.
Sure, and the big guns are up forward. Rocker and Tarrant. He likes this back. And he's taken another one against the Cats. Well, we said before the game, he loves taking the big hangers against Geelong, and it was all set up there. Rocker was there, Tarrant was there, and Tarrant, 4th man up, will line up from only 25 metres out.
And that's their 5th contested mark too against Geelong's 1, so...
He's had the horrors with the boot, but he should kick this.
It's the biggest first quarter score kicked against the Cats for the season. They are dangerous. O'Brien been good. David Johnson pinched by Davis. Very well done.
Well, that's a very cool head, isn't it? Trying to mark it one-handed on your chest as a defender is a very low percentage. All you had to do was put a fist on it, get it away from the area. One-handed marking in defence is great for the highlight reel, but not great for the team. I mean, it's a really bad error of judgment. Really just open up the game for the forwards.
Rocker, 18 goals, 5 from set shots this season. Man on the mark, about 35 out. Could not have been straighter. Once upon a time would have constituted an automatic free kick. Good steal by Davis. A chance from there. Tremendous kick. Collingwood 7th.
I'm sure, Stephen and Tim, you've heard me say the energy in a team is the guys that are on the move from the bounce. Have a look at that. I mean, it's a bit of a punt, but he's a forward. He's creating something. I don't know why most players don't do it. Even if you come 10 metres off the pack, looks like a punt. Sometimes you read it, but it creates confusion. They're up and about Collingwood. Their energy level's high, and that's a perfect example of a team with confidence and run.
12-4 this season. They need some Ablett magic. We lost sight of the footy. Collingwood holding up well. Loney to Shaw. Clement. He's got Holland short. That's where he goes. But he won't have much. O'Brien short. And they work it towards the 50. Well done. To do it from there. He does do it.
Well, it was a war of attrition, really. The long players in the end just couldn't run up with a hard running. O'Brien took off early and finished what was pretty interesting 10 minutes of play. But Geelong are now in trouble. It's really frustrating when it's just a contest he had to run with him. They're lined up in the middle here, Collingwood. If they come back, they can switch this right over the other side.
Hold it where it is for the moment. Loney lurking. Such a good kick. Chance here. Swan. Mighty kick. They can do no wrong. They lead by 7 goals.
Well, there's a mating build-up, isn't it?
They have a lot of big kicks to the ball. And that really is the ultimate answer to the flood, isn't it? To be able to kick over it.
Well, it is. I mean, just to find some space. But I find it fascinating that from the original kick-out, Collingwood actually went man on man. Teammate from 30 metres. It's always going to hurt if you give it back.
Steve Johnson done a couple of good things, but really up forward. Great tackle on Mooney. He decided he'd take Brodie Holland on.
Wasn't the kick poor though, Tim?
It was.
Gave him a chance.
Johnson, it's a good kick under pressure to Rocker.
Oh, in the goal square. Left foot. How's the kick?
Perfect kick. And Dane Swan will line up for his second of the quarter. And to give the Magpies a lead of nearly 50 points.
I've counted 4 times, Malcolm, where the forwards for Geelong have led, and 4 times they've got it on the half volley or had to wait for it to bounce.
Exactly. Yeah. See, because you got Tarrant there as well.
Yeah. Look, you've got to try and win the game somehow, they don't.
They've got to kick quite a few goals to win it now.
Well, they do. And the only thing they can think of, there's no one at centre half forward really. There's been no focal point, but neither of Collingwood had anyone really at centre half forward. Here's Rocker playing out. Oh, look out.
Davis.
Look out.
He has been breathtaking, and that just might be the coup de grace. It's his third goal. The Magpies by 9 goals before half-time.
Well, a wobble of the hips. Become real fashionable in footy now to just give your hips a little wiggle and get out of trouble. That's a great kick. That's exciting stuff. But to one-way traffic, and look, you may as well go one somehow.
You know the 3-goal rule?
Yeah.
Is there a 9-goal one?
Yeah, it's a triple.
The Pies could not be any hotter. There is an annihilation, and here they come again. Shaw's been fantastic. Loads up again. Rocker sets himself. Rocker takes the right-hander.
Well, they're getting smashed, really cleanly smashed. See how centre-half forward's not in this game? Who's playing centre-half forward for either team? And you wouldn't have a clue. It's the run quickly to the full forward line. Smart players.
This to make it a clear 10 goals the difference from directly in front. Rocker for his third. The Pies are on fire. Enright, the quick kick in from Geelong. He bangs it long. Kingsley's one out. Works his way to the front. Interesting kick from Shaw. Chapman, can he keep it alive? Caught a bit high and he's got the free kick.
Still got him on, Jimmy. Shaw's kick might have been seen as a bit fancy, but I guess it's a result of the fact that they're much less forgiving now of the deliberate kick out of bounds.
He's been called a play on. That is a very clever kick from Chapman. Nicely done. 39 minutes since the Cats had kicked a goal and the drought is over. Johnson. Not much progress being made. Egan unloads the big left footer, but just blazed away in the end. An uncontested mark taken by Carosello, who shorts it to Burns.
Well, no one plays centre-half forward in this team. There's not a lot of structure when they're going forward.
Didak. Handball finds Johnson. Quick hands over to Swan, who's got a couple. Puts the foot on the gas, runs to 40, and Swan has drilled it. Beautifully done. 3 goals. The most exciting bit about that goal was the acceleration, Malcolm.
That was a Chris Judd Archer back. I'm out of here. What about that? Did you? I didn't.
No, he had that much pace.
I mean, Scarlett's not slow. Have a look at little Archer that just sensed him. He's a footballer, that lad.
They work on the arch of the back and the wiggle of the hips. Corey and Steve Johnson. Cleverly done, Johnson. They say he's good. That was classy. Corey, that's not so good. But they have numbers around it. Ling making a mess of it. Thomas with him. Burns praising it to Davis. He is wreaking havoc. Number 4.
See, that summed up Geelong's night, did it? That was atrocious.
Well, I've got a funny feeling Geelong are in trouble now. However, as we watch this all unfold, look at this. Oh, that's a little give. You'd have to say footy's in pretty good shape. When you watch an exhibition like this from Collingwood, it's had everything.
Stay back down. Perfect conditions.
Yeah, I know, but human beings, what we are, is that somehow or other, we used to call it biorhythms 20 years ago.
Well, it has all come unstuck. And here's Shaw driving home another.
Well, I have said that the forward line was important to get it back for Collingwood, but as you guys have mentioned, these young players just playing a lot of confidence and a lot of ability. Huge improvement in Collingwood. Certainly the older ones have started it, but these kids are
first time tonight Collingwood are forced to seriously retreat. Not that it's that serious.
Oh, look at the pure. He's just run as hard as anyone. That's the only difference right now. They know they're running. They know they're going to be honoured by a teammate. This is super footy.
And it's Didak. Magpies by 76. Johnson gives it back to him. That's a good delivery for Tarrant.
Thomas, he's a lovely talent, but he's only a very small part of it. He hasn't played a 3-vote game anywhere near it yet.
Just thinking about the chemistry.
Sure.
A bit of chemistry in that kick. More like physics.
Kick off the ground by Chapman. Collins in there. Loading to O'Brien. Oh, very good handball. Well weighted to Holland, who goes to half forward to Didak. He'll swing onto the left. He'll line up the goals. No, he won't. He'll go to Tarrant. And Tarrant can kick his second goal with a limited margin. Unless the Cats can show some fight. Tarrant for his second in a matter of a minute. Just 17 goals to 3. O'Brien to Caracella. Into the corridor, and he had to wait a long time, Fraser, but he took it in the end. Into the pocket, Holland's free. And Holland will mark. And that could almost be 50.
Run hard, someone's going to give you the footy right. It's amazing how it happens.
Brodie Holland has picked another one. On the ladder, and Geelong have lost 16.5%. And that will count for plenty at the end of the year.
Yeah, those are shockers.
Milburn squares it up. Oh, Henright drops the mark.
It's in a row.
Kelly just bangs it inside 50, and it's Clement. He's been pinged for a free, has he? He has.
Push him. Set to action. Push him. They went for the football.
Can't believe it.
Straight back. Yeah, you've had to get straight back now. Straight back. Come on.
Oh, that's a clean mark for me, Malcolm. What about you?
That's it.
Well, there are 2 hands on his body, and you see that push forward. Now, what I found interesting was that Johnson just collapsed underneath it. I mean, he didn't really push him that hard, but to the leather of all, it's probably a free.
And Johnson has kicked the goal.
Chapman getting ridden into the ground.
As Christie said, Josh Fraser on the bench, so all the ruckmen being rested. Scarlett to Rook. Milburn. Can someone stand up forward? Cameron Ling. Corey. Magpies at him. Got him hard. So another shot at goal from the free kick. Thanks, Benzie. He didn't duck it all, mate.
Is that 3 free kicks in the space of the last minute or so? Minute and a half for Geelong?
Jump out. I think you're right, Malcolm. Oh, there was some high contact, no doubt about that. And Corey for Geelong's 5th, and they pull another one back.
Forwards, I ask. As again, Collingwood clears far too easily. Brilliantly done by the Magpies, and Buckley's away. Beautiful kick to Tarrant. He's got Rocker on the long lead. Great delivery.
Sum it up so quickly. This is perfect to Rocker. I won't mess it up.
They'll have to kick this at least 55. 3 goals in the first half to Rocker. That's a thumping kick. It's a beauty. It's probably worse than that right now.
Well, Buckley is racking them up hand over fist at the moment. And young Dale Thomas at the other end of the age spectrum isn't doing too badly either. 50 metres. Against Bartel. Heath Shaw will be having a shot at goal, courtesy of that. It was after acceptances.
Not the contest, mate.
They have backed off that ball a bit, though, haven't they? All the games I've seen, a few weeks ago, they're pretty hot on it. They have backed off a bit.
Matthew James called it. He's got to make a split-second decision, very much based on umpiring instinct.
Good.
He felt it was unnecessary. Heath Shaw has one goal, has 2 goals. The Magpies lead is 96.
Yes, well, Geelong were in front in this quarter, but the last 2 goals have now made the Magpies 2 points up on their three-quarter time lead. Very sad day for those supporters.
Magpies out to 96. Their greatest winning margin ever against the Cats is 97, set back in 1945. Run into a wall have the Cats. To Hunt. Straight down the front of Burns. And Collingwood away.
Trying to go to Rocker by himself. Started to take it off. Didak by himself. And can he get there?
He will in the end as Didak taps it over to Lucuria, who's back on and bang another one. Shopper loves it. It's 102 points.
Sorry, Stephen, you could just see all that on time.
Mate, you're doing a beautiful job.
Oh, dear me. It's a great kick back into Rocker.
Did he just miscue it, or was it the wrong option?
That one. Didak he just miscued it, really. But all the Geelong players had run down the ground trying to create something.
They wanted to load up from 65. Couldn't get the leverage into that. Rocker and Scarlett. And the Cats with the troops at ground level. Corey. It's not a great placement. Riccardi overwhelmed. O'Brien still current up in midfield. Enjoying it. Dane Swan.
They all played well. It's the old coaches saying all play well. But it is true. Really good team. He can kick.
It's his 4th goal. The Magpies by 108.
So looking at some of the Geelong numbers, Playfair 7 disposals, Kingsley 3, Ottens 3, Gary Ablett only 9, Johnson only 9, Steve Johnson. Their stars have been obliterated tonight. Inside they go, and there we go. Speak of Ablett. His 3rd mark and his disposal number 10.
I haven't seen him on the ball. I mean, I know I called for it earlier. It doesn't matter now, but I just can't remember him being around where the wall was up the ground.
So Ablett on the siren. Has kicked a goal. But it is still 100 points plus for the Magpies, 102 to be precise.
They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. Because the show